Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And guys, if this is your first time here, we hope that you'll consider subscribing. But today we've got a quick video. We have some beets we left in the ground at the end of the fall gardening season, and by mistake we have discovered that they are still good in the ground. So guys, we are not going to let them go to waste. We're going to slip around the end of the house here. Tina is already headed back here, and guys, we'll just see what we can find to get into, because there's still beets growing in January. Alrighty guys, before we get back here to the garden, we're going to be over in the raised beds here in just a minute. Tina's over there waiting on us. But we had a big storm come through last night, and I know it was a pretty bad storm. A lot of people had a lot of damage and stuff. We've already had the garage doors and stuff cut out here for the workshop, but the Tyvek has pulled loose, and where those boards aren't, or the Tyvek's not supported from behind by boards, it flapped around a little bit, got kind of tore up. Hopefully nothing got in there, you know.
Except me.
Except Tina. She got in there. But, alright guys. We're going to head over to the raised bed garden and do what we actually set out to do here. Alrighty guys. We're over here at the raised bed garden. And if any of you remember from the end of the gardening season, these two beds here were planted in beets. And we were late getting to them. They got hit by a couple of frosts, knocked the leaves down on them real bad, and guys, we had pretty much just given them up for lost. So we were out here goofing around the other day. We took a look down in the beet bed and grabbed a couple of the beets, and apparently they have survived, what, half a dozen frosts?
Yeah.
A snow.
They're putting on new leaves.
And they're putting on new leaves. So guys, we're going to get in here. We're actually going to have one of the latest harvests we've ever had. It's was it January 12th?
Yep.
So we're about halfway through January, and we're going to be bringing you a beet harvest video. Alrighty guys, we're just getting started on the bed, and there are a lot of smaller ones in here, but there are some bigger ones coming. We did lose a few. We probably lost more than half, but there's still a good amount of beets here. Let me see some of those. That's nice. There's a good one.
The beets that time forgot.
Tina says they are the beets that time forgot. Guys, we're just glad it wasn't a complete waste of a harvest. We were considering just leaving them in here and using them as fertilizer for next year's crop.
Except that they're fine.
Except that they're just fine.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not going to be a huge harvest, but guys, it's always great to have fresh beets. That's the real blessing around here.
Because I can eat them till I turn purple.
So Tina says she'll eat them till she turns purple. But we'll go ahead. We'll kick out of here. We'll come back when she finds more interesting stuff in the bed, and we'll bring you back and show you the results of this little harvest here. Alrighty guys, we're running into a lot of small beets that really won't be good for much, but there are enough large ones in there that it was certainly worth coming out here and checking them out. But we'll go through there. We're just getting started here. We got 2 beds to go, or a bed and a half to go. So we'll jump back in here to show us some of your beets. Pretty cool.
Yep.
That's a nice one.
And there's more of them in there too.
Yeah, I think as we work our way down the beds, they get a little bit bigger. They get more light out there. Right now you'll see a lot of leaves and stuff in the bed. We got a tree right there. It tends to shade this end of the raised bed garden. And that's a big help with the heat here in the south, but come fall it also covers us up. So guys, we'll just keep working down through here, but we'll show you what we're doing. Alrighty guys, we're coming down to the end of the first bed. Tina's held back a few that she thought you might want to see. But get down in here and you can see they're hiding up underneath the leaves like that. And we're just digging them out and seeing how many we can come up with. But got a good little pile there. Basket's getting full. So we'll work our way on down. We just wanted to bring it back in. Show you it's definitely worth coming out here and doing. That was a nice one.
Yeah. There's a couple more.
There's a couple more? Tina really likes harvesting, in case you guys are wondering.
Dirt.
If you're new to the channel, this is not a new scene. Tina likes to pick things out of the dirt, so doesn't bother her at all. So we'll keep working down through this bed. We'll, like I said, we'll just keep popping back in and out, and we'll show you how they're doing so far. Alrighty guys, we'll step away from the raised beds here for a second just to show you a fun little anomaly. This is the garden where we grew our sweet corn and where we grew some of the project corn. But towards the end of the year, we also grew squash here along the front of the garden. And to each squash mound that we made, we add a lot of fertilizer and we plant them, put a couple of handfuls of our super soil in there. But I wanted to show you, it goes from barren ground out here where corn has sucked all the nitrogen out of the ground. It needs a lot of nitrogen. But the squash, it's obvious where each one of them was planted, all the way down through. But we'll get back over here, we'll check on Tina. I just wanted to bring you over and show you that real quick. I thought it was funny, you could tell where each squash mound was just by the amount of fertilizer left in the soil. Yet the weed regrowth out here is minimal, and that gives you a real good insight into how much nitrogen corn really takes to grow. Alrighty guys, we worked our way through the first bed here. Tina's getting started on the second one. What do you think of picking beets in January?
It's so cool.
So cool. It was a nice little thing to just kind of
Dirty.
You got your hands dirty in the middle of January?
Yes.
You can't beat that. But they seem to be getting bigger down this way too.
Yeah.
But guys,
Remember, small beets are edible too.
Small beets are edible too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they never seem to make it much further than after they're come out of the boiling pot and get skinned, then they seem to disappear.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
You wouldn't know anything about it?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Yeah, I always wondered. We tend to pick some small beets sometimes, but I never see them after that.
You see, those are bite-sized.
Bite-sized snacks?
Yes.
Yeah, Tina's notorious for that. We lose more beets than we gain, I think, sometimes.
They're good for me.
They're good for you?
Yes.
Someday they'll make you taller?
I wish.
She's laughing. In case any of you are wondering, Tina is 4'10". So we're in hopes of anything that will make Tina taller one day so she can reach the top shelf in the cabinets.
A ladder.
A ladder? Alrighty. We'll be back when she finds some more stuff. Alrighty guys, while we're down here in the raised bed garden, we've been putting up our workshop series. If you guys haven't seen that, I'll put a link for that up above. But I don't think we've really got a good perspective on how things line up around here. This is the end of the raised bed garden, and it'll flow right into the outdoor cooking area there. Then we'll be able to cook do whatever we want back here in the back corner here. But wanted to give you a long look down the back porch of it. You can see how the posts will ring down through there. And we'll get the edging and stuff all cleaned up, and should be a really nice area, but it'll also be somewhere where we can duck out of the picture and go over there and sit in the shade a little bit. So as we'll get back here, we'll check in on Tina. But I thought maybe I'd give you some perspective, a good long end-to-end view of that back covered patio on the workshop. Alright guys, Tina's getting down here to the end of the beds. This last one doesn't have too much in it, but she's been saving some back. She wanted to give you an idea how big they're getting. But throw your hand over there, T, show them give them some perspective. Those are nice big beets.
Yeah.
Yep. You gonna take them all inside and eat them?
Yep.
Yep. We'll probably, what we usually do is we'll drag them over here. I've got a car hauler, big flat trailer. We'll go over there and we'll dump the buckets, get the tops caught off of them, get them back in the buckets, and we'll see what we really ended up with for a harvest. So, what do you think, T?
Wonderful.
Happy with it?
Mm-hmm.
Worth the 15 minutes that it took to pull beets?
Yep.
Alrighty guys, we'll join back up with Tina when she's cleaning up her little spoils here of her little treasures she found. Alrighty guys, we're getting down to the end of the beets. Tina and I pulled the tops off of them. She's down to the last few there. And that's going to be about our yield. That's a pretty good sized bucket. What are they, 7 gallons?
I think so, 7.5.
7.5 gallons. That's a pretty good little beet haul for something we didn't expect we were going to be able to save. What do you think of them?
Awesome.
Awesome?
Yeah.
Are the ducks keeping you company there behind you?
Yes.
Well guys, they look real good. We are not going to do a canning video on these. Is that correct?
Right.
Right, we're going to freeze these.
Right.
Alright guys, to freeze beets, you're going to have to boil the medium ones for about 45 minutes, the large ones for about an hour. Then slip the skins on them and either cut them into about 1/2-inch slices or pretty equal sized chunks. Then you can flash freeze them on a cookie sheet in the freezer so they don't stick together, but either way they'll go in a gallon freezer bag, and then they can go on into the freezer. Best to probably use them within the first year or so, because you are cooking them all the way through, so they're going to lose some of their texture. But you know, in the freezer it'll keep its nutritional value, but freezers aren't always helpful for textural stuff. So no, you real happy with them?
Yeah.
Yeah. You excited to get inside?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're
Eat beet.
ready to eat beets. All right, guys. Here, we'll get you a close-up shot before she runs off with them. They're pretty good beets.
Yes.
They don't look any worse for the wear.
No, they look fine.
Nope. Yeah, they look just fine. All right, guys, we'll get them up into the house and into the freezer. So hang on, we'll be back to tell you just a little bit more. Alrighty, guys, that's about going to wrap it up for today's video. It was a nice little haul. We got about 7.5 gallons of beets. We're going to get these inside, get them washed down, and get them sliced up and into the freezer. But guys, we appreciate you taking the time to spend with us here at the homestead. Like I said, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, we hope that you'll consider it. Please leave us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and your comments down below. Those thumbs up and comments really help the channel. So guys, thank you for spending your time with us. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. We don't want to keep you too long. So guys, we'll just catch you in the next one.